The following news made the top stories. Bank chairman to be finalized upon approval from Bank Negara Malaysia. Sarawak must realign economic policies following the impacts from tariff. 365 landowners involved in 3 development projects in Sibu receive compensation. Good evening. The appointment for chairman of Bank will be finalized once approval is obtained from Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM). Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg said that at present, a candidate has already been identified for the position, but the appointment is still subject to BNM's procedures.
Calonnya ada, tapi ya kita ingat prosedur lah Bank Negara. Kerana mesti dipersetujui oleh Bank Negara. Dan sekarang pun lembaga Bank berjalan dengan baik.
He told reporters after attending the Rindu Raya 2025 event organised by the Regional Corridor Development Authorities, RICODA, in Kuching on Thursday. Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari added that Bank's performance so far is satisfactory, with future plans in place to finance development projects in Sarawak. At the same time, he also expressed his appreciations to the 5th Prime Minister of Malaysia, the late Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi, for leaving behind a significant legacy for Sarawak through his proposal to establish RICODA during the launch of development agencies nationwide.
RICODA ini adalah hasil daripada cadangan Waninggal Pak Lam. Ini his legacy when he launched all the development agency di semua Malaysia. Jadi dia ada NCER, dia ada di utara, dan satunya adalah di Sarawak RICODA, satu di Sabah. Inilah legasi Allahyarham Tun Abdullah Badawi yang kita teruskan.
Sarawak must realign its economic policies in response to the recent tariff measures introduced by United States. Premier Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari said that while the impact on the economy may seem minimal, it should not be underestimated, especially as it could influence global oil prices, given that oil and gas remain among Sarawak's key sources of revenue.
Whereas we have estimated in our budget the price to be about 85 to 90. There's a reduction of 20 or so US dollars. Meaning, there will be kurang-kurang lah sikit revenue kita, and therefore we are not very sure with what will happen until the end of this year and towards 2026. Again, this background, we have to adjust our economic policy in order for us to sustain our growth and also to make sure that we have enough revenue to cover the commitment that we have made.
He said this when speaking at the Sarawak Financial Secretary's Office Roma Tama Adil Fitri 2025 event in Kuching on Wednesday. The Sarawak Premier added that among the strategic measures that will be taken is the consolidations of assets to assess the value of existing assets for analytical purposes. He said the Sarawak government will explore ways to innovate and add value to its assets, in line with current regional developments, especially within the ASEAN member states.
We have to find ways and means how we can manage it, asset management, that will give positive results to the whole economy, even though there are some adjustment in the world economy. We cannot rely on oil and gas alone. We have to innovate and introduce technology in our effort to raise revenue to our state against our asset.
A total of 6.79 million ringgit in compensation was disbursed to 365 landowners involved in 3 major infrastructure development projects in Sibu as part of the government's commitment to ensure that the rights of the people are not compromised in the implementations of development. The first project involves the construction of an access road to the Baleh Mapai 500 kV transmissions line, while the second project entails the construction of a road to Rumah Jingga, David Multifarm, Rumah Seli, Rumah Guang, and SK Singat in Sungai Lengan, Sibu. The third project is the upgrading of the Salim water treatment plant, raw water pipeline from a capacity of 50 million liters per day MLD to 300 MLD. In total, 519 compensation checks were distributed to 365 recipients involved in the 3 development projects. In addition, land titles under Section 18 of the Sarawak Land Code were presented to 26 recipients from the areas of Igu, Tamin and Selangau, as well as 107 recipients from Pasai Siong, Block 20 and 21 Sibu. The handover ceremony was officiated by Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Awang Tengah Ali Hassan at the University of Technology Sarawak, UTS Sibu on Wednesday. In his speech, Dato' Ahmad Awang Tengah said that the native customary rights and CR land surveying works would not proceed if the land in question is under dispute or currently undergoing court proceedings. He stated that surveying would only resume once the related court case has been withdrawn. He further stressed that the Sarawak government has never taken land from the people without compensation and that all land acquisitions are carried out based on the current valuations according to the Sarawak Land Code and the Federal Constitution. He also gave assurance that the government will continue to ensure that no citizen is left behind to state's development agenda. Yayasan Sarawak continues to serve as an important platform in nurturing quality leaders within the Sarawak Civil Service. Sarawak Secretary Dato' Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar Mazuki said the success of former Yayasan Sarawak Director Dato' Mesal Abang Rosli is an achievement that should be emulated by civil servants, especially among young officers. According to him, Dato' Mesal began his career in the civil service as a clerk and steadily rose through the ranks to eventually lead the organization, proving that commitment, discipline, and personal development can pave the way towards professional excellence.
Khidmatan Datuk Mesal ini sebagai contoh bagi kita semua supaya kita dapat percaya seperti beliau, serve development yang telah ditunjukkan oleh beliau memula daripada 43 tahun yang lepas sejak beliau memegang jawatan.
He said this when speaking at the Jasamu Dikenang ceremony in conjunction with Dato' Mesal's retirement in Kuching on Wednesday. Dato' Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar added that Dato' Mesal's accomplishments demonstrate that Yayasan Sarawak is not merely an educational institution, but also a platform that cultivates capable leaders with integrity. For the record, Dato' Mesal served in the public service for 43 years, with the majority of the time dedicated to advancing education and human capital development through his role at Yayasan Sarawak. Universiti Putra Malaysia Bintulu campus, UPMKB, intends to strengthen bilateral collaboration with the Sarawak Public Communication Unit, UKAS, in various areas that will benefit both parties. According to UPMKB Deputy Director of Centre for Strategy and Corporate Relations, Siti Rajana Abdul Aziz, UKAS is a key strategic partner of UPMKB, having played a significant role in promoting numerous programs organized by the university. In line with this, she said that UPMKB courtesy call on UKAS aimed to enhance bilateral relations between both parties while exploring potential areas for strategic collaboration. According to her, this partnership is expected to strengthen ties between the university and government agencies in efforts to develop and empower communities in Sarawak. Siti Rajana said this while leading the UPMKB delegations to pay a courtesy call on the Director of UKAS, Awang Putra Yusri Awang Rizwan, at the UKAS headquarters in Kuching on Thursday. Meanwhile, Awang Putra Yusri proposed that UKAS and UPMKB sign a memorandum of understanding MOU to further strengthen the bilateral collaborations. He said the MOU would enable both parties to work more closely on initiatives that benefit both sides, especially in developing human capital in Sarawak. He also suggested that the MOU signing ceremony be held in conjunction with UPMKB's upcoming Air Rundown 2025 program scheduled to take place in Sungai Asap, Belaga from 2nd to 4th July. And that's the English edition with me, Stephanie Jores. More news can be found on the official portal ukas.sarawak.gov.my and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. Wrapping up the news with a highlight of the Sarawak Financial Secretary Office Ramah Tamah Adil Fitri 2025 event in Kuching on Wednesday. #Selaluan Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.